Hello, hello. Today's kiss from Kristin is for you if you are fed up with feeling lousy and ready to get your health back on track. We're going to expose some dirty secrets about food and food fads and get back to the basics for true health. Please let me know that you're here watching by leaving a comment. And if you haven't yet subscribed, well, just move your finger over and do that right now so you don't have to miss out on any of my Kiss from Kristin's. Keep it super simple tips that I share weekly. And if you're new and have no idea who I am, well, I'm Kristin Wood, your favorite balanced body guide. Look, exercise is great. But if that is all that you focus on, well, no, there's no shame in it because that was me. That's what I did for the bulk of my life. But that's not balance. Optimal health is only achieved with balance. And I guide my clients to create mind, body, and soul balance in their life so that they have a lifespan and a health span that sync up. So today, let's expose a problem. One of the largest problems is the harmful food, the marketing ploys with that food. Look, I know you're trying to be disciplined in your choices. And sometimes the things you think are the right way are really way, way, way wrong. But here's the deal. There is someone very crafty in marketing that's in your head even more than you are. And I'd like to think that not all of the marketing that is harmful is viciously done, but there's a circle of money happening here. We buy food, and the food companies make money. When the food companies make money, they have money so they can back the politicians that promote policies that promote the very food that these companies are selling. Now, the more that we eat the foods that promote the chronic illnesses, the more chronic illnesses that we have. Which means we get to buy the medication that band-aids the symptoms that are showing up with these illnesses, which makes money for the pharmaceutical companies. Now they have money to back the politicians that promote the policies, that promote the food choices, that promote the chronic illnesses, that promote the medication usage, that promotes more side effects, which in turn leads to another prescription. It really does look like a picture where the rich get richer and the sick get sicker. The really sad part is that I would guess that a large portion of the rich are completely caught up in this circle of health. Because chronic illness doesn't care how fat your bank account is. It's just based on the choices that you consistently show up and make day after day after day. So what are some examples of this marketing? A big one, a big issue is the processed and the unhealthy foods. So they're quick, they're convenient, they're tasty, they're highly addictive, all the reasons why we consume them regularly. They're high in sugar, they're high in salt, unhealthy fats, which contribute to a range of health problems. And what about the artificial flavors, colors, and sweeteners? Those are really reasons that the foods are addictive. It makes them so that even though you know a zinger is not healthy, sometimes you just might not feel like you can turn one down. And the labels. Let's talk about the all natural, organic, low fat, sugar free, that are all a big crock of poo. Okay, the product may be missing table sugar, but if it has an OS in the ingredients list, there's a chemical sugar in there. And side note, natural is always a better option than a chemical. Now you want to talk about portion size? You know, a couple of weeks ago, I was at a restaurant with some friends and my husband. It was an Italian restaurant. And when our plates were delivered, they were huge. I think we all could have ordered one plate, split it 4 ways, had we all agreed on one meal. Now, I'm okay with a to-go box. However, my husband's not a quitter. He prefers to see a clean plate. Now, a side note here is when we're eating with friends, it can be a hack in itself because we get chatty in the meal. It slows down the whole meal so that you actually get to realize that, hey, I'm full. It's time to stop. But since we're not always eating with friends, I've got other hacks that can help you. You can use them. They're in my free Body Bliss Blueprint, and I'll share a link in the description so that you can go get a copy for yourself. Now, anyway, I ate at the restaurant, and from my to-go box that I took home, I had 3 more meals. If you're not a fan of leaving food on your plate, this is a potential disaster of overeating if you eat out frequently. Now, I just touched on 3 ways that you have, 3 ways that you're getting duped into feeling like you're older than you want to be, as well as why you're dealing with bloating, fatigue, constipation, skin problems, mood swings, to name a few. But what can you do? You still have to eat. You are a grown human. You have to make informed choices. And let me just say, if you're a parent or a grandparent and you're making choice for the littles in your life, that is another place you need to take responsibility. I'm approaching my mid-50s, and these choices really weren't part of my earlier life. And they were just getting popular as my kids were coming up. But today, it's frightening to think of the health conditions that our children will be facing because of the foods that they've consumed. You have to be aware. Read the labels. Use some critical thinking skills. Choose whole foods and avoid fad diets. And a skill that I try to drill into each and every client is listening to your body. If this is an area that you feel like you're the kind of person that you would benefit from some coaching and accountability, a relationship with me, with some personalized support, a structure, then take a look at the Healthy Habits Bootcamp. So before I go, let me ask you again. Leave me a comment. Let me know you were here. Let me know what you think. Let me know that you hung out with me. And subscribe so that we can see each other again next week.